It's time to cook with the quarantine chef. First thing I'm going to do for this recipe is cut this bacon into smaller pieces. Doesn't have to be bite-sized, can be. It's really up to you how large or small you want them. So I'm just cutting mine into chunks, and I'm going to transfer this to a pan and cook them until they are nice and crispy. While the bacon is cooking on the stove, I'm going to go ahead and slice my sausage. So as the bacon and sausages are cooking or frying on the stove, I'm going to cut down my cabbage. I have a flat surface. Lay down the flat surface, and I'm going to cut this in half. Cut the middle. Now I'm going to cut this down into little slithers. I'm going to give the meat a little toss. Now that the meat is cooked, and you'll know it's cooked when it's slightly burnt, I'm going to transfer this to a bowl and sit on the side. This same pan, I'm going to start adding the cabbage. Of course, while you wait, you can enjoy the sausages and the bacon pieces. Just be sure to leave enough to actually go back in the dish. While the cabbage is cooking, I'm going to add some seasoning, a little salt, a little pepper, a little garlic powder, and you can add whatever else you want, but I like to keep it basic. After the cabbage has cooked down a little bit, I'm going to add in diced tomatoes. You can really add any type of tomatoes you like, but I prefer the smaller bite-sized pieces, which is why I use diced. And I'm going to stir this in, stir this around, and let the cabbage continue to cook. After adding the tomatoes and stirring that around a bit, I'm going to add all of my meat and stir this around. Now that I have everything all mixed very well, I'm going to put a top on, turn the heat down, and let it simmer. Alright, it's time to enjoy. Since learning to cook this has actually become one of my favorite meals. I absolutely love cabbage, and I love the taste of tomatoes, and so to have that mixture of cabbage, tomatoes, and of course the sausage in there is phenomenal. So if you've never had this, I highly recommend this meal. I'm going to finish eating, and I'll see you guys in the next video.